So I let go of what I wanted to hold on to, which is the world number one. But in time and understanding, I knew I had to really work harder in terms of having my own foundation to really empower girls through sport. It's just time. I played for Malaysia for 20 years. Representing the current country and being at that level takes a lot out of you, and I gave it my all. And at the end of my career, I just felt like the hunger was not at the level that I would like to be. And so that's just signs that you have to move on. So I let go of what I wanted to hold on to, which is the world number one, and move forward and see what potential I have to do outside of squash. And my squash has given me a lot of the experience to take on whatever I want in future, and now this next phase is what I'm very excited about. I actually wanted to study and go to university, but straight after SPM, I told my parents I wanted to try 1 year in the professional tour. And I went up to the top 16 in the world with the fundings from the government. So I told my parents, can I try another year? So and then after that, the third year I went, could I move to Amsterdam and play full time? And they were just fully supportive about my decision, because they knew in my eyes I was gunning for my dreams, and they gave me their full support. So I went for it, and right now I finished my squash, but at the same time I gained so much knowledge from the experience, and I want to share that story now to the people, to Malaysia, to also build the sport and also the squash at the same time. What inspired me was to just improve, reinvent myself. I was at number one for the first time when I was 22, and at that moment I didn't know exactly how to handle it, but in time and understanding, I knew I had to really work harder. I had to find ways to keep improving myself, and that's what I did. And I will carry that forward into what I do next. Bidang squash tak mahal, tapi sekarang ada lebih banyak fasiliti yang makin bangkit. Di KL lebih daripada state-state yang lain. Tapi we hope that I want to encourage more facilities to be built around Malaysia, but also encourage the younger generation that squash is accessible. Squash is not what we think, but it's also, so I want to reach out to more of like the younger generation to try squash and give it a shot, because it's one of the best sports to play, and you get a full exercise just for fun even. And if they want to pursue their a bit further with the talents that they have, then go for it. So with my retirement, I have made plans to really see what I can do to give back. I want to give back to my country, and in terms of having my own foundation to really empower girls through sport, and use squash as the tool to bring values to these young girls who are like 8 to 9 year olds to become the person they want to be in future. I also want to give back to the sport, so working with whether it's the Professional Squash Association and the World Squash Federation, in terms of how I can help the women's squash to grow, and maybe with the Ministry of Sport in Malaysia to help our sporting athletes and the women in sport, how I can contribute in some way.